Hi, I'm Scott,
And I'm Luke.
and we're Android guys.
Give us 5 to 10 minutes of your day
And we'll tell you about a product or service.
or an app that you might be interested in.
In a moment, another standing desk from FlexiSpot. But this one might be our favorite yet.
Hey, Scott, what do you got today?
Yo, I'm talking to you about a desk.
Ooh,
Yeah, we've had our share of desks through here
we
the
have.
last few years.
Yep.
This is another one from a brand. I think this may be our fourth one.
Okay.
I know it's the third one here in this room
That's true.
of where we are. So I know of one other one that was here.
Mm-hmm.
So this is from FlexiSpot.
Aha.
This is the new model.
Yeah.
This is I might butcher this name.
Yeah.
It's Comhar. I don't know if it's Comhar or Comhar.
Yeah.
I'll call it the Comhar
Okay.
Pro Q8.
Nice.
So I'll tell you all about this desk and what's cool about it after this break.
Love it. So, Scott, we
Yes.
have the new FlexiSpot desk in here.
Mhm.
This is the Comhar
Yep.
Pro Q8. This thing, it looks different than the other ones.
Yeah.
And it has some features that we haven't seen on any of the FlexiSpot desks that
Mhm.
we've seen yet.
Right.
So tell us all about this thing.
So this is a standing desk,
Uh-huh.
and it arrives in two pieces.
Okay.
Or two boxes. You've got the main top of the desk, and then
Yeah.
you've got another box that's going to have your legs.
Okay.
And assembly takes, I would say, and I did this myself, maybe 20 minutes.
That's not bad at all.
And it's a heavy, substantial desk,
Yeah.
but it's easy to put together. And
Mhm.
then when you go to flip it over, I mean, you just put your foot
Yeah.
in one spot and kind of pivot that
Yeah.
and stand it up. Pretty easy to move by yourself.
Nice.
It's the model that we have here this has white legs,
Uh-huh.
and the table itself, it looks like two parts, but it's one.
Yeah.
So you've got the top of the desk is like a bamboo,
Ooh.
and then the rest of the desk is white.
Uh-huh.
And what you'll see that's different here compared to the other ones, normally they're just like a plank, like a platter.
Yeah.
And on some desks, you might get the little controls that you can screw into the bottom
Right.
to adjust like memory or heights, things like that.
Yeah.
This one has that, but on the front face of it, you
Mhm.
also have a couple of USB
Ooh.
and a USB-C port,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
Very cool.
A lot of times I sit at my desk and I want to plug in my phone,
Mm-hmm.
especially with the standing desk. Some desks have USB ports.
Yes.
Some of them do not. Some of them
Right.
have traditional AC plugs underneath of them tucked away.
Sure.
This is front and center,
Yeah, it's
Well,
nice.
right and front and right.
Yeah, it's right, easy access, which is also nice because most of our computers now, if you're not using a desktop, if most people are using probably a laptop still,
Mhm.
even at home with a monitor, but USB ports or USB-C ports are a precious commodity in the modern
Yeah.
laptop.
Yep.
So to have extra access just for something as simple as charging your phone is really nice.
Mhm. You've got memory preset buttons as well.
Uh-huh.
So if you have, if we share an office, you and I sit at different heights
Mm-hmm.
or stand and work at different heights,
Sure.
you and I could conceivably put our preferred setting for standing and sitting and then
Nice.
walk up and just hit the memory button and it'll automatically do that.
Perfect.
Super quiet,
Yeah.
fast.
Mm-hmm.
It's strong. You have a digital readout so you can see like precisely how high it is.
Uh-huh.
So if it's like, I like mine at 31.3, like
Yeah.
you can set that.
Oh, wow.
And what's really cool is there is a wireless charging platter or space on the top of the desk on the surface.
Aha. Yeah. So I saw that there's like kind of a little, emblem kind of carved into the desk or
Mhm.
like a piece of just so you know what it is.
Yep. And it's cool. It's nice. You just lay your phone on that and you sit there and charge and it doesn't take up any other ports.
Right.
You're not putting it onto a dock.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have any other pieces. It just runs right off the desk's power.
That's awesome. You're seeing that a lot more now in like modern furniture
Mm-hmm.
that have those spots. It's really nice that FlexiSpot is, this looks like a really premium desk, especially because it's, that bamboo top and then
Mm-hmm.
metal all over everywhere else. It's cool.
Of the desks that we've had, this is probably the easiest
Yeah.
to assemble.
Okay.
We put one together about a year or so back where
Yeah.
we actually had to wait and bring in a
Some
drill
tools. Yeah.
because we needed to kind of like tap, or we needed that torque for this.
Right.
Here you've got everything you need,
Yeah.
and it's really nice.
Yeah.
It comes in the box that you've got a couple of screws. You actually get a screwdriver
Mm-hmm.
with it and the Allen wrench, and you can go. Once it's assembled, this thing goes as low as basically 24 inches,
Oh, wow.
all the way up to 40. Well, technically 49.2, so a little over 4 feet tall.
That's awesome.
The workspace you can
Mhm.
see compared to like the desk that you're at. This is 55 inches wide.
Yeah.
And it's 28 inches deep. And it doesn't sound like much of a difference from a 24, but when you look at we're sitting next
Yeah.
to each other, that extra couple of inches is nice if you've got a laptop.
Yeah, it's
and-
just 4 inches, but really kind of gives you a little bit more room for things on your desk that you might
Yeah.
need,
Yeah. I feel much more what's the word I'm trying to I feel more inclined to put other things on this.
Sure.
Where like I've got the laptop, and I've got external monitor, I've got a little dock and a couple of other utensils on the desk here.
Yeah.
Where before I would feel like that just completely ate up the desk,
Sure.
and just that little bit of extra space seems to make a difference.
Yeah.
Another feature that I really like about this desk that the other ones we've tested so far haven't had, there's a nice little drawer here.
Yeah.
Slide out so I can take my things off the table and put them in the drawer and put them away.
Mm-hmm.
So it, to me, feels like the most desk-like
Yeah.
of the standing desks
Sure.
that we've seen.
Sure.
Each has its own benefits or
Yeah.
use type.
Yep.
We've also seen some that have like the split level,
Yep.
which is nice if you have, maybe an external monitor to put above, or,
Right.
you have things that you don't necessarily need the flat desk.
Yeah.
So I like this thing. The white is nice.
Yeah.
I thought that there was some like scuffing on the drawer when I opened it up, but it was
Okay.
just a little bit of some like maybe grease or something that was just in
From the factory or something.
assembly.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was able to wipe pretty easily. I continue to be impressed by FlexiSpot stuff.
Yeah.
This one is, I guess, one of their newer desks.
Yeah.
This one runs about $7.99.
Okay.
So it's a little on the pricier side
Sure.
compared to what you could get a standing desk for.
But it's bigger.
Yep.
And it has the built-in charging
Mm-hmm.
and a drawer. So I mean, it's a lot of features you don't necessarily get in most standing desks.
Yeah. So then that's where you look at, like, this is also like that bamboo material where when you
Mhm.
look at some of these other desks and other lines, if you choose that as a top,
Uh-huh.
it is kind of like a premium top to that. So
Sure.
the thing as a whole is kind of in that premium. I would call it that, but
Yeah.
I don't know if they necessarily term it that way.
Uh-huh.
But this thing it's pretty sharp. I know when you walked in here today, that was the first thing you noticed.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
That's the new desk. Yeah. So there's also a couple things were pre-assembled
Yeah.
in there. That wireless charging, there's nothing you have to do for that, which is nice. You don't have to fuss with anything.
Yeah.
You essentially plug the power in, and then you plug in 2 cables for the legs.
Uh-huh.
And there's a nice little track with some holes. Run it through there when you're ready to do it. And it's, there's a little tray under the back. So if you do have some cables that your desk maybe has an external monitor, or if you're running out to a printer or some other things, there's like a little tray that you can use to kind of keep all that stuff from, dangling.
Yeah.
That's one of the only things I hate about standing desks is things start to drape If you walk in the room and you see these things hanging,
Yeah.
this has a little tray to kind of clean that up for you. So
Well,
I love it.
It's sharp, man.
Yeah.
It's nice. I mean, FlexiSpot did it again.
They did.
That's good stuff.
Yep. So that's the standing desk Q8, the Comhar Pro.
Thanks, Scott.
You're welcome. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of the podcast.
Thanks for listening.
We appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, feedback, concerns, comments, anything, shoot us an email at podcast@AndroidGuys.com. We'd love to hear from you one way or the other. Luke, if someone wants to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
I am on Instagram and Twitter at Luke Gaul, Gaul.
And I'm on Instagram at Scott Webster and Twitter as SWebster77. Until next time, thanks for listening.
See ya.